So the old saying used to be that cash is king. Not the case anymore. As the younger generation spends more and more money, they're increasingly doing it without cash, and even credit cards seem to be a thing of the past as they look to new technology to pay for things.
Well, I want to be educated about this one, so we brought in a financial planner, Hernandez, to explain all these new technologies. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Phone's making it very easy. So what are some of these new apps in that?
Yeah, I mean, for the first time in 2016, there's going to be more purchases done with credit cards, phones, debit cards than with cash worldwide. And they're using Apple Pay, they're using Venmo.
Tell me what that is, because I don't know a thing about it. Explain it to me.
Venmo is primarily, it's a millennial, heavy usage by young people. They use it to pay each other back. They can lend money to each other. They can use it to pay bills.
Is it an app?
Yes.
So it's an app that's actually linked to some sort of financial
to their
source,
bank account.
and you're just paying with your phone.
And you could pay like you're sending a text, like you're sending an email, you're sending money to somebody.
It seems like Apple Pay is very similar. It links to your account.
Yep.
You can just swipe. It seems like that would be dangerous because you could lose track of what you're spending.
Well, yes and no. Millennials like it because you can then go back electronically. You are keeping track of everything. So for budgeting purposes, you can look back and say, all right, this is where my money's going. This is where I spent it. As opposed to cash, where cash, you can spend all your money and then come back a month later and say, hey, where'd my money go? At least here, there is an electronic record of it. So from that point of view, it's easier to track. It does start to open you up more to identity theft. This wasn't an issue, 20 years ago and 25 years ago, but now as retailers get hacked, the more you spend online, the more you spend using these apps, it does open you up a little more. It makes you a little more vulnerable to that kind of thing.
But at least you're spending money that you actually have as opposed to when a credit card, which is money you don't have. Like, that was my whole problem with college when I was paying up my college credit cards until I was, 30-some years old. At least you're spending your own money. Yeah,
and most millennials, at this point, only 30% have credit cards. That's the latest stats. So they are using their debit cards more, not using their credit cards. Eventually, as they get older and probably go through their life cycle and make bigger purchases, they're going to have to start to use credit cards. But
to have a credit history.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you don't have a history of spending.
You got to build that credit history, but they're using debit cards and these other apps, which pull money directly from their bank accounts, are much more prevalent right now.
Whether or not we like it, it is what's happening,
Thank you
so we all got to get used to it.
We appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for your time this morning.
Thank you very much.